Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Pool Opening 2026, Part 6, adding chlorine tabs to an automatic chlorinator. This is for a Hayward style that's 20-something years old. It works. So that's what I got, so that's what we're going with, because that's how it works. Okay, let's go. So I'll meet you over there. Okay, a little bit of housekeeping to do. On the previous part, I'm going to turn my solar heater off. There we go, that's closing. Wait for that valve to close. And then we need to shut the pool off. So that'll be just a minute. And you also have to let it rest for a minute also. Let me move the camera. I want to show you something first. Now in part 4, I explained about tightening these knobs down, and I told you don't make them too tight. Use the 2 fingers. As a side effect of that, it may spit when it's shut off. It may not. We'll see. Yeah, it spit out over there. Sometimes it will spit real good. That's fine. Do not tighten it anymore. Anything tighter is going to be bad. Don't do it. We hear air. We have bubbles in the pump. It's your normal shutdown procedure. You got to just let everything settle for a minute. I still hear churning and gurgling in there, but it's almost done. Things are draining back and all that. We're going to go ahead and open this now. You unscrew it like you do a soda bottle cap. They do make a wrench for this thing. If you find one and get one, don't tighten it with it, but you can loosen it. Way I found is 2 hands. Get on there, get your palm in the over there. That was not even tight, which is just fine. Now it doesn't want to come off easily, but that's okay. There we go. It's working its way out. There. Okay. It'll gurgle in that. There's O-rings and all kinds of stuff in there. Sometimes this piece will get loose. If that happens, this cap comes out. You pry it out with like a screwdriver, and take note because it's keyed. Well, there goes the neighborhood. They're stealing cars again. This cap is keyed. You'll see a slot in it. So you'll see a little key for it. Make sure it goes back that way, because otherwise you're going to break it. And in there is going to be a nut or bolt kind of thing, and you just sort of hold the inside and tighten that down. It is supposed to turn like that, so that's fine. We'll set that aside. And now we're going to get chlorine tabs. Here's a whole mess of them. There's 6. How many do you put in? Well, we talked about that. There is no definitive answer to anything. Everybody can tell you what you're supposed to do, but they can never tell you why it's right. Here's why it's right. Your pool is different. 6 tabs is not necessarily going to be the answer. There's a way you're supposed to calculate this with formulas and all kinds of mathematicals that I personally don't have time for. When I first bought the house, the guy who built the pool told me to put 6 tabs in there. I've been putting 6 tabs in there every week, and it's been working. That's all there is to it. Now, I vary that amount a little bit, depending. If there's going to be cooler weather, nobody going in the pool, I might do 5. Save on it a little bit. If it's going to be 95 all week, and you got the 4th of July, that's a real thing. You can search my channel for that. And you got the 4th of July going on, and a whole bunch of people around, coming in, going in the pool, going out of the pool. 95 degrees, you might want to do 7 for that week. But it's once a week. On the back side that you can't see, there's a control that goes from minimum to maximum. Crank it to the max and leave it. Don't even think twice about it. The ones I get through a mail order catalog come in plastic. You just tear that open. And I like it in the plastic because now you can just turn it upside down, but stand back, because there's water in here. It's going to splash out. It gets on this blue shirt that I've had for the last 10 years doing this, more than that even. Then it's going to bleach it out because it's chlorine. You don't want that. So stand back when you do it. Okay, dump it in. And we'll keep going with that. We'll put all 6 in. This one is already kind of broken the open, which is fine. Number 5. People are going to tell you, oh, don't wear gloves, don't, put on a respirator. Chlorine is bad. It'll burn your skin. I'm a rugged guy. I've been through a lot. You can tell by the way I look, okay? It's not going to hurt you. Don't lick it. Don't eat it. Don't powder it up and snort it. And everything's going to be just fine. Okay? Also, very important, when you take the lid off the container, look away and hold your breath, because there's going to be a cloud of green chlorine gas coming up out of that. That is going to really give you a high you've never had before. And it's not the good kind. Don't breathe that. Now we're going to go ahead and put this back on. We're going to screw it down, and you have to torque this precisely to a particular point. Because if you don't, it's going to be too loose, and if you make it too tight, we're going to have trouble getting it off next time. So that's just barely on there, see? Okay? It's just little resistance and it goes. A little more than that, that's grandma tight. Grandma can come by, okay, I got it, here we go. So you want to go grandma tight and then a little more. That's it. The way you'll know is when you try to turn it with one hand, no good, but two, it busts right open. Okay, right there, a little more, and that's it. And now that our solar is closed, because I don't need chlorine going through that, and everything else is good, we'll come back in here and we can watch all of the air purge out of the pump for one last time. And then this is just operational. Kick it on. Now you gotta remember, I only have the main drain open here, so we don't have full water flow, but it's gonna be enough. Close the panel up. Whoopsie. It's working on that. You gotta wait. And there we go. There are just a couple little bubbles swirling around. They will either make their way out in time or continue to do that. But once I get the skimmers open, then that'll disappear. But for now, it has to just do that. So that's fine. And everything is up and running, and you put chlorine in your pool. Recommendation for chlorine tabs: don't go to the pool store and don't get your water tested at the pool store. Do it yourself. The pool store is there, and they have a computer program. The computer program has no leeway about it. And the reason why is the pool store, and this is true, okay? The pool store has this program, and there's no leeway. The reason why is they are there and give you free water tests to sell you chemicals, and most times, chemicals you don't need. You need to get your water balanced as far as the pH and alkalinity go. That's beyond the scope of what I'm going to show you. You can get a test kit and figure it out. All you got to do is match colors up, and we learned that in, when we were like 3 years old, so you can do it. and get your chlorine straight. And the test kit will show you that also. Buy your chemicals online. It's a lot cheaper that way. They get delivered to your door. Shop around. You never know. If you want to do the Walmart deal and play that game, you can play that game if you want, but typically the best price is going to be online. Fortunately, chlorine tabs are down. During that pandemic that we had, we were up to, I think, $2.49 for a 50-pound bucket, but now $1.79. That's a big difference. And I couldn't be happier about it because, hey, that's going to be saving you 70 bucks each time you need to buy it. 70 bucks you can do a little damage with. Not much. Not in these days. But that might get you half a tank of gas. You know how it goes these days, folks. Any little bit you can save is going to be worth it. Whether it's 10 bucks, 20 bucks, or even 70 bucks. Do what you can to save money. It's worth the hassle, believe you me. I didn't get where I am today by not doing that. We have a lot of work ahead with this pool. I put in a lot of work today. It's raining, just kind of drizzly all day. I've been out in it all day. I'm tired. I need a shower. And everything you've seen from parts 1 through 6 were recorded today. I got everything done today. I am now at a standstill waiting for the water level in the pool to come up, and all I got's the hose. So we gotta wait on that. So for me, it's gonna be a couple of days before I can continue on. For you, you'll see the next part on the regularly scheduled day. That's really about it for this time. Like I said, you got a lot more work ahead cleaning the pool. It's a lot of work. It's not hard work, but it's a lot of work. You can do it. You won't really be tired afterwards, but it's a lot of work. And you do have to work at it. But you put the work in now, and the pool will work for you all summer long. It is well worth it to put in this work now, because it's going to pay you back in spades all summer long. Definitely well worth it. That's all I got for this time. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Another successful opening. Make sure you click like. Make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.